I'm here chatting with Black Pistol Fire. We have...
I'm Kevin.
Eric Christopher Owen.
Oh, we even got the middle name.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys, I have been researching the heck out of you. I'm absolutely kind of obsessed with your music. I'm sure you've gotten a lot of rock comparisons. I don't know how you feel about comparisons, but after I listened to, was it Hush or Howl?
Yeah.
I literally pictured if you could take the Black Keys sound and put it in a half-empty whiskey jar with like hot coals and dirt. I don't know why, for me, that's like your sound. It's like
hot coals and dirt. I like
whiskey.
I think out of all those things, the dirt is the most accurate. It is dirty.
No, it's dirty rock blues. That's what I kind of feel. So is that kind of what you want people to take from your music, I guess? What do you feel?
That's good, but I would include a molten hot sword of some kind.
Oh, that's very aggressive. So I guess for like some of the aggressive songs, that could be, yeah.
And then what about the softer stuff, Kev? What would we put?
Rutabaga.
Rutabaga.
Yeah, rutabaga.
Okay,
because it's confusing and people really don't know how to use it and infuse it with a lot of things. So I think it's like people are like, that's something, So yeah, I would say a little bit of that.
Excellent. So with regards to, I mean, you guys have been simmering for a long time on the music scene. And what's crazy is that most bands, especially Canadian, it's reversed. They become big in Canada, and the States, it's hard to crack. Whereas you guys, the States embraced you way before we did.
Well, we moved to the States probably about eight or 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of time to kind of build up in the States, and then we really kind of got real fortunate with releasing this last album, and it did a couple songs did extremely well in Canada. So it was nice to play a little catch up, in Canada, where we didn't, it took a while for the States. So now it's great, because this is our homeland.
We had never played. We played Calgary last 2 nights ago for the first time ever, whereas we've played, I don't know, New York or Chicago like 7-8 times already.
Oh my gosh!
It's just interesting.
It's just a reverse.
Yeah,
absolutely. A lot of Canadian bands have a hard time getting into that American music scene, and you guys are already there. You've got your finger in the pie. You're ahead of the curve.
I like it.
Finger in the pie. I like
I know. There's a lot of food analogies happening today.
I
know. Yes. Now, with regards to Lost Cause, which is what we're playing at the Fox right now, oh my God, it is so good.
Thank you.
Do you find a difference, and I know this is so cliche, do you find a difference between the Canadian audience and the American audiences when you guys are playing?
I don't find a difference between the Canadian and U.S., but I do find a difference in where you go. So so in Canada on this Western run, we hit a lot of smaller towns like Red Deer, and and those were some of the craziest shows, just because they were so animated and so passionate.
You'd be surprised what kind of people hang out in Gasoline Alley in Red Deer, Alberta. It can be a pumping town.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think it depends mostly on where you go, and you can bring out some of the crazies. Yeah.
So where are you guys exactly from in Ontario?
Well, from Toronto.
Toronto boys, like straight up?
Toronto boys, straight up.
Whoa.
Not downtown, but we're very much in the city limits, a little area called Don Mills.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Yeah, small area.
So I'm just doing a little bit of a collection of people commenting on what was your favorite Tragically Hip song and why?
Yeah. Great question.
Wow. Yeah, that's I would probably have to say I don't know. I just got a soft spot for Wheat Kings. I love Wheat Kings.
So good.
I think my very first memory of that song was my brother was throwing a big keg party at his house, and he brought one of his buddies out to play guitar, and there was a mic and a little PA, and he was singing that song, and I remember I never heard it before, and I was just really moved by that song, and I didn't know who it was, and then later found out it was a Tragically Hip song. And so still when I hear that song now, it still makes me feel like, I want to move back home to Canada.
I actually at that party fainted. Do you remember that? I passed out. I blacked out. I collapsed.
That is correct.
I indulged a little too much and blacked out, and people I came to and everyone was coming to my aid.
Because you guys have known each other since kindergarten. Yeah. Apparently, I read in the bio.
Kindergarten, yes.
So how do you guys?
Kindergarten, which is a German word. Did you know that?
Kindergarten?
Yeah.
No, I did not know.
You've got the accent down pretty good. Yes.
So how do you guys keep the peace, I guess, sometimes? Because I imagine touring with your best friend can be awesome, but sometimes you're just like, in my space.
We don't see each other on days off.
yeah, because we tour a lot, and and we rehearse a lot too when we're home. So, yeah, it's kind of a healthy balance of just knowing, when we're going to see each other and just kind of keeping the morales up, But you know, we're also lucky that we get to work together because, you know, it'd be even tougher if we were working with people who were like, oh, I can't stand that person. So, but yeah, it is. It's kind of like a marriage. You have to kind of work at it, you know,
give and take for sure. Now, I don't know how much weight you put into music critics and their reviews because, I mean, everyone's a critic in reality. But the critics love you guys. Like, they love you guys, Consequence of Sound. And like, I've been reading all this stuff and they're just like, you guys are the band to watch, and you guys have been suggested as like the band to watch live, and that at a recent music festival, you even blew away like Kendrick Lamar and the Killers. Like, you were the number one performance according to Consequence of Sound to check out at music festivals. So how does that make you feel? Are you a little bit overwhelmed, freaked out? You're like, yeah, F that. That's right.
It's a compliment. I mean, you can't. Yeah. You have to be. You get excited by that. I think it's just that we're different than a lot of acts that are playing at bigger festivals. It's a little more. I don't even know how to describe it. Like raw. I guess it'd be a little more raw, and we'll make mistakes, and there's no backing track, and things will happen where like, oh, that was a little rough for a second, but it's kind of, I guess it's authentic.
Yeah.
I think people might take away from it. So it's a great. Whenever anyone says that, it's nice to hear.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You've been to Vancouver before, right? I imagine.
Yeah.
All right. Any favorite local spots you like to check out?
Well, we've only been a few times, but the last time we played here was at the Biltmore.
Biltmore. Yes, that was in November. I think you guys were here just like the end of last year, something like that. Yeah.
I really like that that venue.
It's cool, hey? It's almost like a basement. It's kind of weird, but it's cool. It's like your pervy uncle's basement.
Yeah, it's got like weird maroon curtains.
Yeah.
It's very it's got a vibe to it, so I really dig that place.
Okay, a fan question if I can. Mike, he's Rusty4272 on Twitter. He wants to know, are you working on any new covers? Because he loves how you guys did Fleetwood Mac's Oh Well.
Well,
maybe don't say, but
yeah, no, we're always kind of trying to play, like when we're just messing around in the jam space, we'll try different covers. But we've actually been playing a new one on this tour, Childish Gambino cover.
Oh, which one?
Well, I can't tell you.
Okay, it's a surprise. It's a surprise. Okay.
Don't make me do it. I can't.
I won't.
Okay, it's Red Bone.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have to
so
omit
good.
some lyrics though because it's just I can't say certain
They're naughty.
things.
Yeah, certain things. I understand.
So if you're expecting to hear, oh, he didn't get the lyrics right, it's because there's a reason, you know. Yeah.
Kittens.
Yeah.
Just say kittens.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fantastic. And is there anything you want people to take from your performance at the end?
Today, we just want people to have a good time and get, if they can feel anything, get inspired or just walk away going, hey, that was a lot of fun. I'm happy.
If the rain continues, I would hope it becomes like a big, sloppy, muddy mosh pit.
Like Lollapalooza-ish.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day.
Yeah.
But you guys were at Lollapalooza.
We were, a couple years ago. 2015.
2015, 2014,
That's
2015?
true. We were actually just talking about Lollapalooza and how Eric dropped Peyote right before he went on stage.
You did not. Did you seriously?
No, that'd be such a disaster.
Oh, can you imagine?
I did not. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's about it.
It's a good myth to keep going, though. Dude, that said he was on peyote.
It was so much. It was like just a big pile of peyote.
Next time, ayahuasca. This time, ayahuasca? Ayahuasca? Is that what it is? Ayahuasca.
Just vomiting on stage.
It was a bad
He keeps
scene,
it real.
Man. It was a bad.
That's awesome. Other than that, thank you for the danceable
Thank
rock.
you.
There's
Thank
not
you.
a lot of danceable rock out there, so you guys provide that. That's
Thank you for having us.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.